Nowadays, more and more artists use the phone to capture photo reference. Artists like to print out the image and draw from the photo reference on paper. If we can draw directly from the phone screen, that will save the time and effort and more convenience for us to create art. In this video, I'm going to share with you my process how to draw and paint directly from the phone screen. Let's take a look. I have an iPhone 7 Plus. This is one of the biggest phones. And if you have a smaller phone, the process would be the same. First, I am going to set my phone not going to sleep. On the iPhone, it's auto lock and turn it to never. And I also make sure I have the brightness set it to the maximum so I can see the image better. Now I'm going into my photo. This is the photo I want to use for this demonstration. There is a tool we need to use to do the measurement. This is a handmade bamboo stick, 6.5 inches. When you go to a coffee shop, you can see those coffee stick 5.5 inches. So it may not be long enough for this phone screen. If you need a stick like this, using those long bamboo sticks to the size that you want, and then also make it thinner so they're easy to hold and easy to do the measurement. No matter you are drawing from the phone, or you are drawing from a paper, or you draw from a real setting, the process still will be the same. Look at the phone screen, it's about this big, but my paper is this big. Not exactly 1:1 ratio. You would scale the image up. You can't just take, oh, this is the size, and then move it on the paper. That will be too small. We need to find the proportion ratio. First, I'm going to decide this is what top of the hairline. Okay, the hair will be on the top. Which is the bottom of the chin? Roughly, you can draw something like this on the paper. You see, this is would be the place for the face. And maybe you think about, oh, wait a minute, you don't need to measure. I just want to find roughly where I'm going to place this. And don't worry about it, just focus on the rough shape. If you don't like this placement, you don't need to go deeper into the measurement, because you really need to know where and how big is the face would be, or how the composition roughly would look like. I'm going to move the head artery a little bit higher. I'm using technical pencil. You can use anything you want to draw in this exercise. And I have an eraser over here. I'm going to let go up. Okay, that's good. So now I know this is the area that I want to draw the face, and the hair would come out on this side. And there's a big shape over here, like that. And some hair going on the right side. So this is how you would decide on the placement. I already decide where is the top, where is the chin. But I don't know which the width is correct, because you only can decide on one. You can't decide on both, because you need to compare the second one to the first one. Now here we go. We're gonna find their proportion. Now put the stick over here. You don't use a hand, a finger to tap on the screen, because the image will change on the screen. So I put it here. I use my pencil, put a mark over here. So this is from the hairline to the bottom of the chin. Now I'm gonna move it to this side. Now I'm gonna measure with the width. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to just put a mark over here. This is the width before the ear. Now we're going to take a look. This is the width. This is the height. Okay. Now actually it's very interesting. If I put another one over here, you can see 1, 2, 3. The width actually 2 are the 3 versus the whole height. So this is the width. How are you going to find the width on the paper? This is easy, right? This is the bottom, this is the top. I am going to cut it into 3. Take your time to make sure this is the 3 same proportion. I turn it to the other side. I'm going to just roughly find it over here. Oh, this is not quite correct. One, 3. So this is a little bit lower, like this. 1, 2, 3. This is exactly 3 portions of the whole height from the hairline to the bottom of the chin. Now I can erase those marks now. I don't need the mark anymore. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to take 2 of this. I put the mark on this side. I'm going to rotate it. If I decided this would be the left, okay, this is the left. Now you know the right side should be here. A little bit less than what I thought by eyeballing it. Okay. Now we find out the first proportion. Compare the height to the width of the face. What next we're gonna do? I don't need this mark anymore. I need to find out where is the eyebrows and where's the nose. Because her face is tilting upward, especially she is smiling. And so the jaw is coming down a little bit more than normal. Let's erase those pencil marks. I don't need those anymore. And over here, the tip of the nose, a little bit less than half. Half is about here. Let's get the rough proportion. And if I'm going to cut it here to half, this is about half. And a little bit lower, it's about that much lower right here. This is about the correct proportion. This is the shadow side of the nose. Okay. And the nostril is about here, a little bit lower than that line. From here to the hairline, we're gonna find out. Now we're gonna see from the hairline to the top of their eyebrows, it actually exactly half from top here to the top of the shadow shape. Now this is good. So we're gonna find this and we find half of this. Take a look one more time. And this is half. This is the half over here. So this is the eyebrows. And take a look at the angle. Also measure the angle. A little bit tilted up. Not that much. Tilted up like this. A little tilted up. There's the eyebrows. Okay. Now this is good. We find new information now. Now let's take a look. And from this side to this side, we're going to find out where is the nose. The nose is less than 1/3. And also the middle line a little bit off from the center to the left. So it's about here. The middle line is about here. Now the nose. How big is the nose? The nose a little bit less than the left side. So a little bit less. It's about here. Now we find out the location of the nose. Now from here it has a tilted line, a diagonal line about this direction. And move it here, this direction, and coming down over here. Now the smiling side. And on this side, it's about move it from this direction. Okay. Now we're going to take a look at the mouth. What's the location of the mouth? from the top here, and let's take a look. I think half from this point to the chin, the half point, the middle of the lower lip. Yeah, the middle of the lower lip, it would be half from here to the bottom, is right here. Take a look. That's good. So it's only half, so the lower lip is about in this location. And from here to the top is half would be the top of the upper lip of the mouth. Now the left and the right corner of the mouth. We're gonna come back to double check. I think the mouth may be too wide. Now we're going to take a look at where's the location of the eye, because we already know the width of the face. Okay, I'll take a look at on this side is almost parallel to the edge of the phone. Okay, so you can see this almost parallel, like this kind of direction. Okay, now coming up here, curve this way. Now we'll take a look at the eye. The center line of the face is a little bit left from the center of this shape. It looks like the eye is about here. Let's focus on that. This is the middle. Yeah. I think the eyes is about half of this space, but keep the other half equals from the edge of the face to the eye, and then from this corner of the eye to the center line. Okay, so it's a little bit less than half. It's about here. So this will be kind of the location of the eye. Let's take a look at on the other side. This is the center, and the other eye is this side, the corner to the side bone. It's about almost the same, almost the 1/3 in the middle. On this side, it's a little bit less. So this would be the location for the second eye. Because the nose now is become the non-element. Now I'm going to see if I connect from the corner of the eye to the corner of the nose. I can see the angle, the angular line. We're going to find it from here to there. So actually the corner of the eyes is about here. Let's also take a look at the vertically where the eye is. We're gonna take a look. If I put this stick over here on the top of the shadow of the nose, and take a look. Actually, the eye. This is the top of the eyebrows. It's right sitting 1/3 from the top to the bottom. A little bit less than 1/3. A little bit less than 1/3. Okay, from here to here. The top of the nose shadow. And this the top. And this is the eyebrows. The eye is supposed to be about here in this location. Okay, that's good. Now we find out the left eye, exactly vertically, horizontally, what's the location of it. Now the lower eyelid, it will be sitting here. So the shadow around the eye, like this is the shape. Connect with the eyebrow shape. Since we already know the left eye, we're going to use the left eye to find out vertically where's the location of the right eye. Let's take a look. Compare with this tilted angle. It's about like this. Now we can see the eye would be here. So since we already know the horizontal location, now we find out the vertical location. Now we know the right side of the eye is here. And now the lower eyelid. Okay. Now the eyebrows, so they will be the location. Now when we take a look at the nose, the nostril is about here. Okay. Now we take a look at the corner of the mouth. Now we know the eye's location. Actually, on the left side of the iris, it connects vertically to the corner of the side of the mouth. This is good. Put the vertical line coming down here. That's the corner of the mouth. My early assumption is correct. Now it's right here. Now take a look at the right side to the corner. Now the corner of the mouth, vertical up. In the middle of the iris. Right in the middle. It's about here, so we're going to move the mouth a little bit to the left. Okay, now have this line coming down here and make a little curve. Now also I can see the light shape about here. The small light shape. And I can see a small light shape on the chin about this location. And let's see. If I extend this line, extend it coming down here, this is almost the turning, the middle of the turning of the side of the face. There's a little turning coming this way. Like that. Now the chin, a little curve coming up. And we're going to take a look at from the side of the nose, what's right here, to the in this almost 45-degree angle to the side of the face here. I'm going to find out which part I can compare that to. The top of the eyebrows to the nostril. So I'm going to measure from the top of the eyebrows to the nostril is here. It's the same as from the side of here to about 45-degree angle. This is the side of the face. This way. Like that. So that means this should be going a little more, a little curve here, going a little more this way, and maybe going like this. That's the chin. Take a look at the corner over here. Add some detail to it. We're gonna give it a little bit time to double check. And on the cheek here, there's the shape of the shadow. There's a little light shape. Coming to this side and make a little curve. That's the shape on this side. Okay, let's take a look. From here, I think this curve line is going a little quicker and coming down here to the sideburn and moving down this way. And let's take a look. This the angle, and this the angle should be close to this direction. And let's take a look at the bottom of the ear. And it's very much the same tilted angle as the other portion between the left ear and the right ear. Like that. The bottom of the ear is lined up with the bottom of the lower lip. Like that. This side a little bit smaller. That's just good. Now we're going to add the hair. Now straight coming down from this area, that's just a line for the neck area. Let's take a look at the angle of this. It's about this way. I'm going to also include the shape of the necklace. Now let go some of the line. Let's take a look here. And define the shape a little bit more on this side. Now the eyebrows is about in this location. This is how I use this simple tool to draw directly from the phone. Next, I'm going to finish the watercolor paintings from here. If you're a member of my art learning community, you will be able to see the full process of this painting. At the end of this video, you can see the link to join.